Yes, hello and welcome back to another video. Today we will clean and shine my military boots, and we will also disconnect my microphone from from the table. Yeah. So today we have also some blue light because I am a volunteer for the Red Cross, and a few weeks ago we had a severe. 2 weeks ago we had a few days of really heavy rainfalls, which resulted in enormous flooding in big areas. Vienna was spared because we have this second river beside the Danube, which they built in the 70s and 80s to get rid of the flood. But in most parts of Lower Austria, Upper Austria, the flood hit very hard, very high, intense rainfalls for 4 or 5 days. Also hit our lovely neighbors up in northwest, in the Czech Republic and also in Poland. So prayers to you. They had some levees breaking, and then 4, 5, 6 meter of water coming down, destroying everything. It looks like after war. It's incredible. We also have a lot of destruction here in Austria, but yeah. That's too much now for this video. In this video, we'll look at my army boots, which you can see there is a lot of dirt on it, on both of them, because I was there cleaning up the mud and the debris, and there's a spider web. Can you see it? There's a spider web, and there is a spider egg, or it's not an egg, but if we wait a few hours, I'm sure a little incy wincy spider will come out of this. So it's good that we clean them in the garden. That's what we'll do. I also thought of not making a boring video, because you watching me half an hour applying shoe polish and scratching up off all the dirt is not very funny. So we Gen Xers, or whatever we are, will have our first ASMR shoe cleaning video. Just a few words what I have done to these boots so that they were waterproof, and a few words what I will do to get them nice and shiny again. Yeah, that's what we will do. So it's no rant today. Rant. So we don't have the Waldorf and Stadler, we have the Werner, which is a very funny German comic book, and they also made some films, and there is this football game. Yeah, maybe I put that in the link down. It's in German, but it's funny to watch, especially if you're not a huge fan of football. And football, for you American people, is that what we call it football, you would call it soccer. Yeah, I know what you think. So these are the boots we have in the Austrian army. It's actually the newer one. The older ones were more rigid. It's a bit lower than the other one. It's made of very thick 2.53 millimeter leather. We have this Vibram sole. The first version of them, I think in the 75 they started them. I think 75. I should somewhere have my soldier book still lying around. Not so important. So it's from the 70s, 80s. It was a more rigid sole. It was a bit heavier, was a bit higher. So they changed that over the years, make it more modern. On the older version, the top was also more squared, so you can get we call it Steigeisen. It's a metal thing you can put on if you go on climb on ice, and so yeah, the mountain climbers use that. So it's the Havoc boot, it's the combat boot. We call it the Zwarabok. How to translate Zwarabok? how to translate schwerer boot. Yeah, the light one is the number 1 boot, and the heavy one is number 2. So we have schwerer, which means the second one, and bock, which is a slang word for shoe. And these are very heavy. As you can see, they have an outside leather which is quite thick. I think you can hear it. This we call it tongue here, goes up, you see, all the way, so there is no chance of water coming in. Also, I show you that in the comparison video, because I will make a comparison video to show you the difference between those boots we have in the army here in Austria. We will also compare them to my brand new, not Jim Beam. Jim Beam would be nice. The Jim Green, the South African boots I bought, which are nice boots. So you can get a picture of what's going on boot-wise here in Austria. So very heavy boot, waterproofed. I think it's 3 times stitching, blah blah, going on. Yeah, I can see. This is built like a tank. It also is very heavy. It's really a heavy boot. It's really a heavy boot. So you're really happy after 1 day of cleaning up all the debris and the mud to get out of these boots. And I missed the white toe box of the Jim Beams. But you know, everything stays outside. Everything stays outside, because they said in the briefing in the morning that we don't know what's beneath us. You know, if you step there, there's on some points up to 1 meter, which is about 3 feet. You had mud, and if you take your shovel and you just shovel it away, and you step, you don't know what's in the underground. You don't know what's there. It can be some sharp things, nails. We had some injuries. Because people were wearing these light rubber boots you use for garden work, which are waterproof like these, but they don't. Maybe I put them here so you can see the mess on my table. So yes, these rubber boots, and this is more rigid sole, and so you don't get hurt. Also, most of the parts here, you have a second layer of leather inside, and there is on the most parts there is a kind of cushioning, so it keeps you warm and dry, and in summer times sweaty as hell. But you know, you are safe. It's like having a tank around the boots. So yeah, if you buy them new, if you get them new, they are completely sealed down. The stitching here, which we don't see now, is completely waterproof. Also, the leather is very water resistant. And before I went there on Friday evening, where I got the email notification that it starts on Saturday, Samstag? Saturday, at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I took these shoes and I applied a thick layer of these, don't have it here now, of shoe conservation grease, fat. How do you say it in English? This is fat. Here in Austria it's fat, and you know, or it's grease. It's a greasy thing you put on. What I do, I use my hair dryer. That's why I still have this thing lying around. I use my hair dryer to heat up that fatty grease a little bit, so it's you know, the shoe will suck it up more. Is that correct? Do you know what I mean? So the leather will absorb it if it gets a little bit warmer. You can also do it in summer when it's nice and warm outside, and you apply it and you put them in the sun for an hour. It's the same effect. So not heating up the shoe until you see smoke coming out of it. It's just a little bit. That's how we also did it in the army. That's how they treat their boots before we have some lost everything now. Windows is closing down. Sometimes it seems like I'm running on Bluetooth, and sometimes my Bluetooth connection is broken. So when you know you use this shoe outside and it gets very dirty, you can, most of the guys apply some of this grease, fat, or some even oil. Oil is, some people like oil because it's easier to break in. You can see already there are some, yeah, I have quite not used them so much. So these are from 2005, but I bought them used for I think 60 or 70 euros. That's the price you get them here in Austria. Yeah. I still have to break them in. Maybe I will use some oil. But what we will do now, use our gloves, because still don't know what's in this mud. Can be anything. Flooding was severe there. I try to put in some pictures so that you can see what was going on there. It was not very nice. And yeah, so I will put on my working trousers and I will put on these gloves, and then we will go outside, take a bucket of water and a soft brush and take off the mud here, also from the sole. We take a screwdriver to get it off, and then we'll clean off most of the dirt, and then we will give it a good layer of shoe shine. Because as I mentioned, there is only enough grease, wax, protection to conserve the leather and not let it dry out too much. So there is no need of applying a new layer. Yeah, maybe I put some oil on it. Well, let's see. But scratch off all the dirt, wash off all the dirt, clean the sole, apply some, get off these shoelaces. Also have to wash them. So after I cleaned the boots and polished them and make them, you can see it here, made them shiny and nice and beautiful again, I decided, yes, you saw it, to show you a quick rundown, short part of the video what I did. We'll also put a link down where you can watch a YouTube short where you can watch everything very short, and I will also put an no talking, just cleaning video out for those who like to watch these shoes being brought back to life, restored the faith in humanity. So thanks for watching. Until the next video, thank you and goodbye.